We are here with Kevin Uchek, the General Manager Isuzu. Can you tell us what products you have for us today at the Total Motor Show 2018?
Thank you and good morning, Sydney. Welcome to the 2018 Isuzu Mu-X. This is our brand SUV. We just launched it a month ago because we've seen the Kenyan market. There's a growing middle class, and with growing middle class, there's a lot of growth in tastes, and people are looking for new cars, new experiences, and that's why we launched the Isuzu Mu-X. The Isuzu Mu-X, when you look at it, the front grille of the Isuzu Mu-X, it builds on the iconic Isuzu brand. The dual port chrome grille, when you see it, immediately it gives you assurance of the Isuzu heritage. And our heritage is very, very rich in terms of quality, in terms of reliability. So it borrows heavily from a family that is well-known, very well-respected global brand. Now, when we start from the front lights of the vehicle, our front lights, one have DRL, which is daylight running lights, LEDs, and the purpose for them is when you're driving during the day, they give the oncoming traffic clarity, and it's also a safety feature. You can be able to be seen from very, very far. Of course, our fog lamps is recessed inside. The reason why we've recessed our front fog lamps is also for safety, because when this Isuzu Mu-X was being designed, it was designed both with the pedestrian and driver safety in mind. And why I'm saying it was designed with pedestrian and driver safety in mind is our front bumper and our front bonnet is been made from a material that in unlikely case of you getting a crash with a pedestrian, it will absorb impact. So with the pedestrian, you will find that the pedestrian will not be as much hurt because it's not hitting into a solid surface. We can get into the car.
Before we just get into the car, just speak about the engine and the capacity that it has.
Thank you. Our engine is 2,500 cc, high pressure common rail diesel engine technology, and it gives up to 130 kilowatts of power, and of course with very good torque of around 380 Newton meters of torque, giving you the very good torque and very good power for all the terrains that you'll be able to drive in.
Speaking of terrains, which modes are available for the Isuzu, considering it's also a four-wheel drive?
In terms of terrain, our vehicle is four-wheel drive and is shift on the fly, meaning when you are out on the road, you should be able to, without coming out, be able to get your driving comfort. And we have 3 shifts. Normally you drive on 2 high when you're on a normal condition, but when you go into rough terrain out there, we have the 4 high that you should be able to shift, and I'll show you the shift knob, up to 100 kph. You can comfortably shift to the 4 high. Then we definitely have follow, which now that's where you get maximum torque when you are stuck in the mud, and where you engage the follow when you are almost static, because follow gives a lot of torque. First, the interior layout for the driver. We've adapted the global standards where the driver's intuition and instincts is normally taken care. Why do we say that? When you see all the controls are within the driver's reach. For example, if you're shifting to 4-wheel, you don't want your hand to go very far from where you are. That is why this knob is here, and it's a very easy knob to turn. Secondly, when it comes to your audio and infotainment control system, they're all within your hand's reach. We also have cruise control, and cruise control you can use it in 2 ways. Currently, I know in the Kenyan roads, most of our highway speed is becoming an issue. So for purposes of safety, you can actually, with the cruise control, set your speeds to a maximum of 80 kph. So anytime you are going above 80, you get a buzzer back on to tell you slow down your speed. So it's a feature you can comfortably use. We have our infotainment system, and in our infotainment system, it comes with 7-inch front screen, this one, and we have an extra 10-inch screen at the back. the idea behind it, when you're normally driving and you're driving with your family, this screen here will always go off. You cannot put, because the drivers are not supposed to be distracted when you're driving. So when that is happening, your family gets to enjoy the 10-inch screen as you go out with your family. We have 8 speakers in this vehicle and 2 roof surround speakers. This speaker here, that speaker over there, that gives you very, very good sound quality as you drive with your family. Our driver seat is been built with your lumbar in mind. So it's a lumbar designed, because at the end of the day, for your driving experience, fatigue is what affects most drivers. So your lumbar has been put in mind, and the seat is kilted. The
Kilted, what do you mean by kilted?
Kilted is, you see when this padding, the padding that is been put there. And in ancient times, kilted, people used to put feathers. Currently, it's cushions that are put inside, and the idea behind kilting a seat is for you to get that soft feel when you are seated, unlike a plain common seat to the end. So this gives you very good soft comfort, and of course, also the dry finish is very good. When you come to the front again, you can see all corners of the vehicle, the bezel, all this is chrome. It's chrome to give it that luxury feel, because in the end of the day, when you're seated inside a car and it's a luxury car, you're not only driving, but you have to get the best experience out of your car. So that experience has been given there. When you look at the control panels, control panels and the instrument panels, it's been designed to give proper visibility of the driver, so that when you are driving, everything is within your eyesight. Now when I close the door, inside this vehicle, it has the best in class leg space. Very, very deceiving. From outside, with our wedge-shaped ergonomics, you might think it's a small car. Then when you get inside, you discover Isuzu is renowned to having a lot of interior comfort. So in terms of leg space, we have among the best leg space in the industry. And especially if you sit in the back seat, it is the best in all the SUVs. In the end of the day, if you're being driven and you're lucky enough to have a driver, you end up enjoying the experience of the back seat.
Speaking of leg space, how many seater? Is it a 5 or a 7?
It is a 7-seater, and as I've said about leg space, including the last 7 seats, if you can go and sit yourself, you'll feel it. There is enough leg room even at the back. You can see access to the rear seat, because our rear seat tumbles, and when it tumbles, it gives you very good access to the rear seat, so you don't need to struggle when you're going to sit into your rear seat. And as you can see, as I've said, there's enough leg room in the rear seat also. We also have AC, both for the guys seated for the people seated in the front and the ones seated at the back. These are AC fans. So in the end of the day, inside the vehicle, because our AC is autoclimatic, so you can be able to choose the temperatures you want, and everybody inside the car enjoys the temperatures. And at the back, this is the knob used to switch on the AC at the back. When you tumble our complete seats from front to this seat here, let me say you're out there, you've gone out shopping, and you are alone in the car, and you need to carry spare cargo. From the back to this front seat here, you'll be able to get 1.8 meters of space. Our tailgate is feather touch. We have a feather touch tailgate.
What do you mean by feather touch?
You don't need to work as light as a feather. It's feather touch.
Okay.
So you don't need to use a lot of muscles when you're opening it. So what I was telling you about the space, When you now tumble all the seats, you can tumble through. You can see you've just created for yourself 1.8 meters of space, and you can carry up to a maximum of 750 kgs. 50 kgs. And it also has the best in class in terms of the space. From here to the front, it is best in class. So no any other vehicle has that. And also, it has best in class when it comes to cargo, the 750 kgs. Yes. I'll start with the rear wheels, then we'll go back into our auto-adaptive transmission. So our wheels is 18-inch with the 7-spoke alloy rims. 7-spoke alloy rims that gives it the much needed sporty look, because this is a sports utility. So at the end of the day, when you're out in the road, you still get the sporty experience with this particular vehicle. Our rear suspension has been designed with the comfort of the passenger in mind. We have what we are calling the 5-link rear suspension, which you have the shock absorber, you have the coil spring, the stabilizer bar, and 2 torque rods. What that does, whichever shocks you get when you're on the road, the shocks that come from the humps or from the twists, when you're seated at the rear, you are cushioned against that. So you have very, very good riding comfort when you're seated inside our car. Side step is made from anti-slip material. So whether you're on a rainy surface, whatever surface, because in the end of the day, again, this can also be a hazard if you're not very careful. So whenever you are from all weathers, it ensures that you cannot slip while you're getting into the car or getting out of the car. Finally, we have a 5-speed auto transmission, which is auto-adaptive. What we mean by auto-adaptive, the transmission changes the gears with your driving habit. So it's auto-adaptive to you, and it's one of the few that currently is in the market.
So auto-adaptive in the sense that when I'm driving also in a rough road, in
it
town,
adapts to your driving habits. Changing of the gears adapts to how you are driving, and it adapts also to the terrain you're driving.
So it also, the transmissions that are also changing.
It shifts on its own and on demand. Yes. So you'll not find your transmission either stretching too much or you are on the wrong gears, meaning at the end of the day you are consuming more fuel or you are stressing the vehicle. No, the vehicle is not stressed at all. Yes.
And for somebody who's looking at buying the Isuzu, this model MUX, how much is he looking at?
We are currently retailing it at 6.6 million. And it comes with the 3-year warranty and a 3-year free service. So when you buy this vehicle, be rest assured, for the next 3 years, your issues of service is catered for. What you just need to do is get into the car, enjoy the drive, and just fuel it. Yes.
And for the financial packages or the options?
We've also partnered with quite a number of financial institutions. And we have so many banks, and you can get up to 95% financing, and the longest tenure also. We've also have our customers have the longest tenure, which is 5 years for this particular vehicle. And in addition to that, we've also gotten very good partnership with our banks, so you get to get the lowest interest rate in the market. Currently, we are very proud that with the partners we have out there, our customers are pay the least deposit, they get the longest payment period, and they pay the least in terms of interest rate.
Speaking of deposit, how much deposit was the minimum for this?
Yes, the minimum will be if you are to pay 5% of 6.6 million. That comes to around 330,000 thereabout. So with 330,000 as deposit, we are as good as to go with this vehicle.
So you can safely go to Shago and see the mother or just go around Nairobi and Kenya.
You can carry even bananas for your mother as you are going up country, because Our roof, you can fit a roof rail, and it can carry up to 60 kgs.
60 kgs.
Yes, so from the roof you carry 60 kgs, you have enough luggage space.
Yeah.
So with 330,000, you can quickly drive up country to get your mother's blessings.
Yeah.
Yes.
And where can also base get where your branches?
We have 13 showrooms across the entire country, and we are in all major towns. We are in Nairobi. In Nairobi, you can come to Isuzu East Africa, where we are along Mombasa Road, and we have 6 dealers with 13 branches throughout the country. We have a dealer in Nakuru, we have a dealer in Kisumu, we have 2 in Mombasa, we have 1 in Meru, we are in Eldoret. As I've said, all the economic corridors of this country, including Lodwar. We have a dealer in Lodwar. So yes, so if you want even the vehicle in Lodwar, you should be able to get it in Lodwar. Yes.
Okay, that has been Isuzu at the Total Auto Expo. Thanks for talking with us. Cheers.
Thank you so much, Sydney. Cheers.
Okay.